Hello and welcome, I'm your host KB and you're watching the Retrospective.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Pepper Ann was a show that first aired in 1997 and has the distinction of being the first Disney-produced animated series which was created by a female. Created by Sue Rose, Pepper Ann is a series that stood out to me as a kid because at the time the show was something different. In the mid to late 90s, we didn't have many kids shows with females as the lead protagonists. Sure, I was watching shows like Sailor Moon and Clarissa Explains It All, but they both had a different feel about them being an anime and live action series. The series Pepper Ann revolved around the show's namesake, Pepper Ann Pearson, a 12-year-old girl attending Hazelnut Middle School, and the trials and tribulations that come with that.
You know, Pepper Ann, even if you don't see this as a date, maybe he does.
He can't think of this as a date. I've never been on a date. I'm not ready for a date, especially a date with Craig.
I would liken it to a female version of Doug, just with a tad more realism, which I feel makes the show a bit more relatable. An unusual dynamic for the show was Pepper Ann and her sister Moose being raised by a single mother, with her father only appearing in a handful of episodes. This was unique for the time, as we would largely see the more traditional family trope of a mother and father being present. Aside from her family, Pepper Ann is also joined by her two best friends, Nikki and Milo. The show was well produced with nice and bright animation. The character designs were done by Tom Warburton, who would later go on to do Codename Kids Next Door, so the designs do have a distinct look and feel about them, but they inhabit a world which feels realistic and familiar. As mentioned earlier, the stories put Pepper Ann in more relatable storylines, at least for children, while sprinkling in a good amount of humor.
Huh?
After school, wanna go to Sparkle Me Mine?
All right, who's talking then?
Me, it was me!
1 hour detention after school, Pearson.
Yeah! Boo.
Another unique aspect of the show is its theme song, which is really good. It's catchy and has a alternative, almost punk-like feel about it.
Who's that girl? What's her name? Is she cool? Is she lame? Oh, you're talking about what's her name? Pepper Ann. Is she lame? Is she cool? Is she breaking every rule? Is she anybody's fool? Pepper Ann, marching in her own parade. Pepper Ann, she's like one in a million. Pepper Ann, much too cool for 7th grade. Catch her if you can, Pepper Ann.
The theme was produced and performed by Pepper Ann's voice actress, Kathleen Wilhoit. Kathleen does a great job in the role, as does the supporting cast, with the likes of Clea Lewis, Danny Cooksey, and April Winchell all playing key roles. The series had a decent run, lasting for 5 seasons, airing between 1997 and 2000, with a total of 65 episodes being produced.
So check it out, Milo. We're gonna have an awesome trip. I brought magnetic mahjong, tiddlywinks.
Can I sit in the middle seat?
Dream on, trash. Okay, what should we play first?
But I get nauseous if I sit up front.
Then bite down on the dashboard.
Considering the longish run that the show had, it feels somewhat overlooked when compared with other animated series from the late 90s. Those that remember the show seem to hold it in high regard, deservedly so, but it does appear to be somewhat forgotten by the more casual audience, at least when compared with other popular shows from this era. I feel the show laid the groundwork for a new wave of female-led animated series that we would see in the 2000s, from the smaller shows like Braceface to the more popular series like As Told by Ginger or Kim Possible.
Beat me if you wanna reach me.
Currently, the episodes aren't available on DVD or streaming, so I would love to see this series added to Disney Plus's catalogue sometime in the future.
Pepper Ann, much too cool for 7th grade. No one's cooler than Pepper Ann. She's her own biggest fan, Pepper Ann.
Ooh, $5.
Catch her if you can, Pepper Ann.
Once again, thank you very much for watching this episode, for supporting the channel. Please subscribe, go drop a comment, watch some of my older content, and I'll catch you guys next time.